Get a flip phone and hijack it.
Dude, like I said, the Swiss Army knife was a good idea. The machete. Oh, this guy's drinking Powerade.
Powerade is all good.
With Hennessy in there. Mills said he'll take clothes, so that's good. I said I'll take a good pair of sneakers because you're gonna be walking a lot.
That's if we're just running away.
Even if you're driving and you run out of gas, you're gonna start walking.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need a new.
But that's with you. I'm just trying to think like stuff that you could take.
There's really like I won't think of taking a computer because I know it's not gonna work for me. A phone, maybe it's gonna work for me for 2 days.
Man.
What?
That's tough.
But you could get Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You gotta find a Wi-Fi zone.
Yeah, I need you to watch the show Evolution. They fucking went through it rough.
Where is it on?
Netflix. There's only one season.
All right, so I'll
It's pretty good. So before we got into this topic about 3 things you could take into the island, we were getting
into Memorial Day weekend.
Yes. We spoke about a little about the coronavirus. What?
Podcast regular or is it about the Last Dance?
No, Last Dance is tomorrow.
Last Dance is probably tomorrow.
Podcast.
This is a regular podcast.
It's a regular podcast. This is a drinking one. That's what we're drinking.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to hang up, you can go ahead and hang up.
No.
I didn't know. If I'm interrupting Milton's episode, I'll leave.
No. This is regular. Nobody else joined.
I didn't know to
Richie may join in a little bit.
Gotcha. I joined because I stopped working because I thought it was about the Last Dance.
Nah.
Tomorrow we're talking about the last 4 episodes of The Last Dance. But if you guys want to get into any sports right now, I know we don't have any, but have you guys heard any news of sports and stuff like that?
I heard June 1st they're going to come out probably with rules on how the NBA could restart again.
Oh, for real?
I heard mid-July they might be playing again.
Are they going to have haircuts, the guys?
Are they going to have what?
The NBA players, are they going to have haircuts?
I don't know.
Imagine.
But Adam Silver was supposed to come out with rules sometime in June so they may be able to start in July. So that's what I heard. June 1st, around that time, he'll come out with the rules.
What I heard is I think Florida's one state. I think they just added Houston where they could play games. And I think Arizona or Vegas was the third one.
Vegas, I heard. Yeah, Vegas and Orlando. That's what I heard.
But I think they're adding Houston, too. I think Houston is equipped to do the games as well. So that's what they're thinking of doing.
What about baseball? What they do? Any news on baseball?
Baseball, I think they said maybe July. Right now, I think we were talking about it yesterday. Like, I think it has to be with the owners and the baseball players. Al, you got any news or updates on the MLB?
I know the commissioner was talking. The owners are trying to do like a 50-50 like split like split the
God damn, Al.
Take a shot. Oh my god.
Yeah. Woo.
Woo.
Tecmo ball.
Something about splitting the 50-50 money that they make. But some of these players don't want to play because they're saying because of the whole they got families and this and that. At the same time, these players who are making over fucking $15-20 million are making themselves look like dicks compared to us common people out here who some of us can't work or some of us are out there working for pennies for the dollar. But you got baseball player like, what's that motherfucker's name? Sneals?
From what team?
The pitcher from... what's his fucking team? What?
Isn't he from San Diego?
He might be. Snells. Talking.
He don't want to play for a partial salary.
Exactly. He's fucking signed for like $50 million 4-year contract. Mm-hmm. And then Bryce Harper. Then Bryce Harper, who's fucking 13 years for like $350 million. Oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm like, dude, like you guys are making bank.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the workers out here. And you guys are complaining on TV about this shit. Like, shut the fuck up. I
There's no
understand.
comparison.
What?
Their salaries and there's no comparison.
Exactly. There's no comparison. Their contracts with the money we make.
You can't blame them. They used to make X amount of dollars. They want to make it. That's why they in the league, bro. That's why they're professional athletes.
Yeah, but
they don't have that many years, right? They don't have that many years to play, so they make as much as they can because they could get injured at any time, right?
The bad thing with baseball is like if they don't play this year, I think people gonna. You think people will lose interest, or you're gonna want to see it more next year?
No, they're gonna lose interest. If it comes back next year, it's gonna have to be like what Sammy Sosa and Maguire did with the home runs. First, they got to inject themselves. One of these 2 or 3 players got to inject themselves. A-Rod doesn't play no more, so he can't do it. And start hitting home runs because it's going to have to make the game more exciting. You got to come up with ideas to make the games even shorter.
Yeah, I was just to a podcast with A-Rod, and he gave a few good ideas on how he would change the game. He said that because baseball is going to be short this year, they should do these changes now. If he was commissioner, he goes, I would take advantage to test it out.
They should.
So if that way they like it, they got nothing to lose. So he said I would change, I think, 7-inning games, which I think they're thinking of doing, right? So they could do double headers.
So do instead of 9, do 7 innings.
Yeah, I think just for this. And he said he would do more, like have cameras everywhere and batters talking about their approach before they go, or like more mic'd up.
So we could be more in the game.
Like with football and basketball, we know the personalities. Nobody knows Mike Trout, what he's into and stuff like that. That's what he was saying. Like Mike Trout's one of the best players, but nobody knows what he's into. While in football, you know what this guy's into, or basketball.
Yeah, but in football, they're not even wired. It's just their personality and who they have.
Sometimes they're wired. They wire like 2 players a game.
Yeah, but not they will never wire like an OBJ.
It depends, but like you see inside the NFL, why they don't have that for baseball?
True.
Or something that they wire someone and stuff like that.
The only time I seen that it was in the baseball All-Stars game.
When they do the home run contest.
Yeah, they all talking shit. But if I hear if a player's wired, I want to hear them curse. I want to hear everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to do like, oh, fudge. I fudge and struck out. Like I want to hear him say, "Fuck, motherfucker, you hit me with the ball," like shit like that. That's what I want to hear. If I'm what happened?
Not everything else.
Who?
Everybody else mic'd up.
Yeah, you have to have. You got to have the pitcher. The batters, because if I'm a pitcher and I strike you, I'm gonna go, yeah, motherfucker, hit my fucking ball.
And they do that now.
Yeah,
a lot more pitches on more things. So that's what they were saying, stuff like that, and also have more like cameras on the bases. He said, and stuff like that, so you can see more angles.
Okay.
So I mean, interesting, but yeah, I mean, I think also like you said, I think if baseball doesn't come back this year, I would lose interest in next year.
The only way you're gonna gain interest is if people go back to the game. Like, I could watch a baseball game, me sitting down, but going to a game is more fun just because you're going with people. And sitting in Yankee Stadium and watching the game, somehow 9 innings go faster while you're watching it live than when you're sitting at home.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you sit... What?
You're having fun and drink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? You could drink when you're home watching the game. The problem is, you're not surrounded by other people booing the opposite team. Like if I go to a Celtics game, right, with Mill, and they're playing the Knicks, I bet you I'm gonna have more fun there because I'm gonna talk shit to the Celtics fan, and they're gonna talk shit back to me because I'm wearing a Knicks hat. And they're like, dude, you seriously want to wear that Knicks hat over here and you guys have 20 years of losing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but me as a Knicks fan, I will continue protecting my Knicks and be like, yo, fuck you.
So you gotta wear a Yankee hat with the Knicks jersey.
Oh, they'll fucking hit me with batteries.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, with the sports shit, which is, like I said, man, I think hopefully... They were saying basketball might come back early July because they're thinking I can't even say mid-May anymore because we're in the middle of May.
No, we're done with May.
So they're thinking the whole month of June for them to train their bodies back, and then start July. And there was only 14 games left for the season.
So, quick question. I'm going to just say the sport. You tell me they're going to play or not. Basketball?
They will play.
Baseball?
They're going to play.
And NHL?
I don't think they're playing.
What about you, Milton? Same questions. MLB? They're going to play this season?
Maybe.
What about basketball?
Probably.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this guy's like a lawyer.
You know what it is?
Maybe, probably. And then if I would ask NHL, perhaps.
No, he'll say never.
No, but think of this scenario, right? If they started the basketball season, right? Let's say they do 2-3 weeks of regular season games, and then they go into the playoffs. Playoffs are starting. Let's say the semifinals start, and then one person on one team gets infected somehow, right? And they just clean them out. They're like, oh, everybody in the team that he was on has to be quarantined right away. That'll basically kill the season.
No,
right
but
there.
what I'm saying is start. Like, start. Do you think it's going to start?
Yeah. I think basketball is the most likely one that's going to start for sure.
Yeah. What about you, Santi?
Yeah.
Basketball will start. Baseball, I don't think so, man.
Yo, but you gotta. Baseball's 162 games, bro. If they cut that in half, you still have 80 games to play. Mm-hmm. Now, if you could cut it down to 80, right? Like basketball, they're already thinking of down in Orlando in the Disney Arena to have a lot of the teams play there, right? So try to keep a lot of the teams together with no fans, but you got to make sure to keep the teams away from each other. Like Milton was saying, if one player is infected, he could infect the whole team or even somebody else in another team, right? So imagine if baseball could do that too, like in Arizona or wherever you could put a lot of the teams together and play the same game. Not the same game, but at the same stadium. I think that will work.
Yeah. I think NBA I think is the most likely going to start. I think that baseball has to start because, like you said, like I don't think it's as popular as it used to be, and I think if they don't do a season this year, it will like kind of kill them. And then the NFL is going to be real, like it could be kind of dangerous, but we'll see what happens because it's going to be going on during the peak season of like the flu and the second wave of the corona. So that definitely won't have any fans, I wouldn't think, but. That's going to be interesting how they do that.
Yeah, I think for me, I think baseball's going to start, basketball's going to start, and football I think is definitely going to start.
I got a feeling football's going to start, but with no fans in the stadium.
Fuck.
I think so, too.
Because they're just going to see, That's
going to be so boring when the fucking ref got to throw flags and you're like that. No fucking holding call? Like, shit.
So just imagine that football's the only sport that still has time to see what the other sports are going to do and follow. So if they're seeing that baseball started and no fans and basketball, they're going to go and do the same thing just so they could start on time. And they're going to be like, oh, we're sorry, but this is better for us to do than not give you guys sports. And I'd rather that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we're fucking bored as fuck with all this shit going on. So I'll take whatever I could get, man. I know it's not going to be the same, but I'll take it.
So, to piggyback out of that, I had a question that I was asking myself at work. All of us here in this conversation, we've gone to concerts, right? Right? Wow. And you have your favorite concert.
Yep.
Okay. So, if your favorite artist... And not to ask how much you guys pay. So, what's the highest price you pay for a ticket?
In my life?
Yeah.
Probably like 140.
And were you close enough, or were you still?
I was close. It was for my mom's. I think it was for my mom's birthday.
Okay.
For Juan Luis Guerra, and it was great seats.
Okay.
It was on the floor, but not on the floor, but just like an inch up or something.
Okay. Yeah. How about you guys?
Go ahead, Santi. I'm still thinking.